Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, October 28th, 2020. Stock futures are trading lower this morning. It seems like the pandemic and fears of the pandemic are increasing, which is spooking investors a little bit. So we have the election less than a week away now here, the presidential election. We have the pandemic getting worse. The market, as we've said on a regular basis, does not like uncertainty. And that's what we have right now. So we're going to actually set up some trades on both sides of the market today. We're going to set up longs for opportunities in stocks that closed strong yesterday and have been strong for the last quarter. So basically, we're looking at stocks that are up at least 20% over the last quarter and closed strong yesterday. And we're going to flip the script and go to the opposite side of the market and take a look at some possible stocks to sell short if you happen to be a experienced trader and understands how sell shorts work and how to actually place a sell short and set your targets and manage the positions. So we're going to head over to the charts. By the way, we had a fantastic first beginner coaching call last night, open to the public. We had a really good turnout. It was exciting. It lasted for almost an hour. So I'm going to post the link here. There'll be a little pop-up on the screen that pops up in there. And if you want to watch it and you're new, I strongly recommend you get over there and see it. We covered some pretty good topics. We got into a lot of detail. It was actually pretty fun. We're going to have them probably once a month. So if you're struggling or looking for a little bit of clarity in the market right now, it'd be kind of fun if you can click on that, spend some time on that. And if you have any questions, definitely leave me a link below that video when you watch it. So we're going to head over to the charts. We're going to take a look first at the futures and where we are. So you can see here, based on where the market closed yesterday, we actually are getting worse as the overseas markets are opening up. And one thing I want to point out is, if you mentioned, remember yesterday morning, we had said this rally in the SPY, we wanted to see if it was short covering, which means people who are shorting in this move exiting their shorts. They're typically faster short covering rallies, and they are usually result in the market or the stock actually heading back down because new buyers aren't coming in and the sellers come back. And that's actually what we're seeing right now. So you can see here the SPY ETF pretty much traded sideways the entire day. So new buyers did not come in. So we should not be shocked that the market is actually rolling over now. However, we do have some trades on both sides of the market. UPS is actually super interesting. You can see here, despite the market being down, UPS actually topped earnings per share, 42 cents. So they beat revenue. You can see it's actually up 2% from yesterday's close and pre-market yesterday. So strong yesterday into earnings and positive now. And Microsoft should give us some tradable opportunities as well. If you remember yesterday, we said it had to be above 216 and positive earnings for us to start looking to trade it today. It did not happen. So now we're actually looking at some short sale opportunities. And also, if you remember yesterday, we actually said that 200 to 216, 215 was the level that we're watching. So 209. So we are looking to short sell Microsoft based on the catalyst of earnings. So to be clear, I know I'll get some questions later. It's not an order flow trade. We're trading the catalyst of earnings miss and looking for it to go down over the next couple of days. It's not an order flow trade. It's trading off of earnings. So speaking of earnings and some plays, Hog actually exploded yesterday, gave us some good follow through. So what is the trade today? That's a pretty big trading range in Hog for that stock. But the bullish gap, we're looking for follow through. We're looking to initiate a new swing trade outside of yesterday's range, which means you might have to end up waiting for tomorrow unless we get it. And you know what? Honestly, it's not a bad game plan to let this stock pause after a 22% move. Let's see an inside day today, which is probably what we're going to get, and then initiate a new trade tomorrow. Chewy's one that has actually been in our watch list for the better part of the year. It's been very tradable, for like a better way of putting it. And yesterday went well bid, closed strong, closed on the highs. 70 looks like the breakout level. So we're going to look to initiate a small piece today over yesterday's high, which again, opening a little bit lower, and then not adding until we clear the most recent levels. NEO, which can be a very frustrating stock if you're an active trader, woke up yesterday, for lack of a better way of putting it, and again, got back over 28. If you missed the news last week or about 8 days ago, there was a price target raised to $40, which is why it exploded, and the buyers stepped back in yesterday, so we're looking to swing trade and continue to swing trade. So you're noticing that we're finding stocks that are showing relative strength to the market. A lot of these stocks are going to open lower with the rest of the market and the size of the push down, but we still like them long. This is another fantastic opportunity. If you were with us here, this is the original trade to go well bid. We took some profits here. Now we have a nice bull flag, really a classic bull flag. And yesterday the bull flag took off again. So it's not too late to get involved in there as well. SE again seems to be hovering here now. It's between 160 and basically 170. So we're really not looking to do anything until it gets out of this range. We don't want to be initiating a new trade with any kind of size here. Opening lower this morning, so it's going to open up right back within that window, which really exemplifies why we're not looking until it gets out of this window. So we want to see it out of this trading range. We don't want to trade while it's in a trading range. We want to see it out of that. MTCH, Match.com, actually punched through. Just to give you some context of where the stock was yesterday, it closed at all-time highs. So all-time highs, well bid, and looking for a new move through that as well. So I am looking to be long that stock today. Twitter made new 5-year highs. Again, let's give you some context here. This is where Twitter is. We have a little bit of resistance right where we are, but look at this multi-month run and consistently going higher as the market is getting hit. So slightly lower opening today. I do like it long. The ultimate target is going to be new all-time highs. Next, we have Etsy. Again, we're focusing on stocks positive for the last quarter and positive yesterday, showing some relative strength. Now, Etsy's going to be a little different because now it went inside candlestick, well bid, well bid, well bid. It's now the third day. If you're looking to be long, it has to be with lower share size. And again, you have to work the order here looking for new highs. This is no longer a good target for you because now it's actually traveled half of the distance that we were looking as a profit target. So it just goes to say that the stock is a buy setup, but not a buy setup to the previous target. So if you initiate the trade now, it has to be with lower shares looking for new highs before you add to that position. Roku actually bouncing around in this trading range. Look, this was my stock of the week this week, and the market pulling back is kind of dragging a lot of these stocks down, but it still closed positive yesterday. So also still looking for this. Now, again, I'm not getting involved in this 220 to 230 trading range. I want to see Roku above 230. You could make the argument to trade outside of yesterday's consolidation, but I don't want to do that. I'm waiting for a close and well bid above 230. If you understand short selling, there are some opportunities on the short side today. If we get some follow through, you can see Lyft has minor support down here at 21, and then the ultimate target would be way down at 14.5. Raytheon actually had disappointing earnings as well, and you can see it's actually perched right on multi-month support. I'm looking for follow through on the short side there too if it breaks down. Two other stocks that already broke down are Altria and Philip Morris. I'm looking to short sell both of them. Philip Morris has a little bit more support here, but I actually prefer shorting these stocks, looking for them to punch through. And of the financial, Citigroup is actually perched on support here too, but I'm looking for follow through to the downside. So an interesting tape today. As we said, the market does not like indecision. The pandemic is not being rounded the corner. Just reality, science, not my opinion. I'm not getting political. It's getting worse no matter where you look at it. So we have to be aware of that. That's going to affect what's going on and how stock prices are going to react. Just to give you some context, I am mostly trading earnings plays right now for day trades. I'm looking for follow through. They're not longer term order flow type trades. I'm looking to trade stocks that have obvious attention right now, an obvious short term bias, trading for cash flow, a little bit shorter term trades than I would normally do. Some of the stocks that we called out today, if the market actually catches a bid, there are stocks that are positive for the last quarter, positive yesterday, closed strong. And I gave you that list there. So there's some opportunities. Match.com at all-time highs is pretty interesting today. So that's the game plan. Look, if you're struggling right now, it is a little bit of a tougher market. We have a lot going on. We have a global pandemic, a U.S. presidential election. There's nothing wrong with trading smaller. There's nothing wrong with taking quicker profits. We don't have a bigger picture that's obvious right now. And look, even if you have to be in cash, if you're overwhelmed right now, you're not sure what to do, there's nothing wrong with preserving your capital. You have to think long-term. You have to think big picture. And if you want some help with this, definitely learn about the boot camp, because we walk through this stuff every single day. And sometimes it's preserve precious capital, and sometimes it's hold those winners. There's no reason to get out. So the big news that we would be expecting that might affect the market in a positive way is if there is passing of a stimulus package. Whether that's on the table right now or not, whether it's going to happen before the election or after, is anybody's guess, honestly, at this point. But that would be the big positive news that would see us get confident looking to bid across the board. Right now, you really need to be a stock picker. And if you need some help with that, definitely consider learning with us in the boot camp, because it's just an amazing community of people helping each other. And that's really what we need right now is community. So so have a great day. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're finding it helpful. Have a great day, everybody.